I really love creating things, and I like taking an idea and a vision and working with a whole team of amazing people and creating something that you've never seen before. I'm stepping back into this role of designing pinballs after 20 years. But the amazing thing about coming back is it really feels like coming home. The people here are incredibly passionate about making pinball, and it makes my job easier.
Brian and I have a long history of working together. We both worked at Williams Bally Midway throughout the 90s, and I was always a big fan of him coming back because I loved his games that he did for us back in the old days. He made some of the best games of the 90s.
So Stranger Things, when I first heard of the license, I thought, oh my God, I could totally make an awesome game out of that. It has all the elements. It has adventure, it has this weird, creepy otherworld thing. It has a Demogorgon. Who wouldn't want to kill a freaking Demogorgon, right?
It's the perfect license for pinball. And it's the perfect license for the gadget, for the themes, for the music.
When we started this project, Brian, Lonnie, and myself, we all sat down and we made separate lists of memorable scenes from the show that we would like to see in the game or somehow incorporate into a mode.
Not every idea that you have or that someone else has that you want to put in the game is a great idea. We give different weights to how we solve problems and how we design things. Oh, wouldn't that be cool? Yeah, no. And it's like, well, why? Why? And then you come to some kind of conclusion.
Sometimes it gets a little heated, but you want a little of that tension because that's what creates the great game.
On paper, you could think you've got the greatest idea in the world and everybody could agree with you. But a lot of times you put it in the game and you start flipping it and you're like, nah, it's missing something, it needs something else. It's always, we're all working for the greater good of what the game needs. And the game will always tell you if it's fun or not.
One of the aspects of making pinball games, that's part of the magic, is to identify that new thing.
This game has a lot of things that have never been done. The star of it, of course, is the Demogorgon and the screen ramp and the drop targets. These are all kind of combined into one unit.
So the Demogorgon's the main toy in the playfield. There's a ramp that comes down, it exposes the Demogorgon and you battle it, so you shoot balls at it, and eventually you gotta try to get it in its mouth to defeat it.
And it's one of the best feelings ever, is getting the ball in his mouth and killing him.
The premium and LE version of Stranger Things, we have a telekinesis ball lock device.
So TK multi-ball, that whole lock mechanism is magic. The ball goes up there and it grabs the ball. And you're like, whoa, I didn't expect that. I want to see it again. So you shoot the ball up there. This time, not only does it catch the ball, it hangs from the first one. Whoa, these two balls are just hanging out together. That looks pretty cool, right? So let's do it a third time. You put the ball up there, sometimes it will hang like a triangle.
I really wanted the ball to just stick to the back panel and stay there forever. We went through so many different iterations in order to get this to grab and hold the ball and be able to release all three balls with a strong enough magnet that it really is quite special after seeing it all come together and work.
This is the first time we have ever done something where we use a projector that's hidden under the bottom arch, and literally this is the footprint.
The projector shines on a big screen here, but it also projects on all the ramps and these side surfaces and the drop targets and the stand-ups. The ability to cast an image across the whole playfield really helps create different moves.
Ultimately, all the data necessary for play pinball, if it's on the playfield, it's kind of the holy grail. So this game actually even takes it one step farther. Scenes from the movie are projected on there, mode totals or awards, spellouts, things like that that are kind of important for gameplay to know what you needed to shoot next. I really give Brian credit for no fear, jump in, throw everything in there and go with it. And he took a lot of crazy risks on the playfield.
I really wanted to create that feeling of that eerie world of the upside down. And how can we change the playfield to make it feel like you as the player are in the upside down? So one of the things I started investigating was UV ink. And this is ink that when a UV light is applied, it shines bright. But when the UV light's off, you can't see it at all.
In Stranger Things, we've got an industry first UV light kit. All the models of the game, the playfields are printed with UV ink. And in certain modes, like the upside down especially, the game transforms into the Upside Down with the UV light, and you see a whole nother layer of artwork. It's not exposed to the naked eye.
We don't just put, here's some software, and here's a rule, and here's a sound effect, and here's some speech, and here's a light show, and we put it in, and there it is, and isn't that cool? When it's presented, how it's presented, the pacing of it. It's like gears that mesh, and they have to turn. They come into play, they turn, and now they're out of play. And it works like a finely oiled machine.
Lonnie's been programming pinball machines longer than anybody in the history of this business. He really puts a lot of attention to detail in the overall presentation, and the games just look beautiful as a result of it.
I know the values the company has and the people I'm working with, and we're not putting out something that we're not proud of. That's just us. That's what we do.
Okay, over here it looks like, oh yeah, look at that. We have a whole gaggle of Demogorgons over here. This is where they all start. They're all lined up. Okay. Dual Demogorgons. If we can create a little magic inside the box, I think we've done our job. And then when you're done, you actually get to see people play it, enjoy it, and have fun. I think that's the best reward to creating anything, is seeing other people enjoy it. I really want to make something fun and unique, something that people have never seen before, and that they're just going to have fun playing.